Okay, all right. And before I begin, it's important you guys know this is my actual voice, okay? Yeah, I know what I'm working with. I know what I sound like. Just recently, someone told me that I sound like COVID. Yeah, to be clear, they didn't say you sound like you have COVID. They were just like, buddy, you sound like the whole pandemic. This voice is not my fault. I was born with half a heart. And during one of the surgeries that saved my life, the doctors accidentally hit a nerve in my chest that paralyzed my vocal cords. Yeah, I get asked about my voice a lot, which doesn't bother me. I get why people ask. Like just recently, I was parking my car in Hollywood, and this homeless guy walked up to me with a lighter in his hand, and he was like, "Hey man, do you have a cigarette?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." And the second he heard my voice, I just saw confusion on his face. And he went, "Are you sure?" It was genuine. He was like, "You might be smoking in your sleep and you don't know." Something you guys probably don't know about the disabled community is that the divorce rate among parents with disabled children is really high, which makes sense. You know, when you're dealing with something that's stressful, it's hard to focus on your relationship. But for some reason, when I was diagnosed, my parents knew that. And my mom said at 6 weeks old, they diagnosed me and they quite literally took me from my parents' arms and rushed me into surgery. And my mom said that she turned to my dad and grabbed him by the shoulders and said, "This isn't gonna bring us apart." And when my mom told me that, I was like, wow, you immediately made it about yourself. Like, I'm sorry, I was in the other room fighting for my life. And all you could think about was your little boyfriend at the time? Like, that's crazy. That is also what I call my dad, just mom's little boyfriend. You know, they've been married for 40 years. Okay, I went to Hard Camp as a kid, which was cool, and it was great. That wasn't a joke, sir. And just laughing at children getting together with heart disease. No, I'm kidding. You can laugh. They taught us a lot of things, which was really cool, and they taught us like how to talk about our heart condition to kids like back at school who didn't have it, so we could explain it. But they taught us one thing I never understood, which was this theory of spoons. And this theory, they would be like, every day you wake up and you have a set of spoons, and anytime you do something like brush your teeth or do your homework, you use up spoons. But once you use up all your spoons for the day, you need to rest or take a nap maybe. But the thing is that some people wake up with more spoons than others. So if you have a heart condition, you're just going to wake up with less spoons than your friends. So you can explain that to your middle school friends next time they're confused why you're tired. I was like, oh, clearly you've never been to middle school, because that's not going to work at all. Like, there's no way I miss a wide open layup at recess. And all the guys are like, Matthew, what the fuck? How do you miss that? And I'm like, no, friends, gather around, gather around. Let me explain. I know you already hate me because I'm bad at sports and generally feminine, but would it help if I told you we already wake up with spoons? Also, the crazy thing is the thing I'm born with, like I said, it's called being born with half a heart. And I'm like, I feel like that sells, you know? Like, who's confused why I'm tired when that's what it's called? Who's gonna be like, that makes no sense. Could you explain this in the form of cutlery? I have like 30 seconds. I like talking about my heart a lot. And if you want to talk about a disability or heart condition you have after the show, please, I'd love to chat. But just make sure that it's a real disability. I had someone come up to me after a show recently, and they were like, I was born with a heart condition. I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. What is it? And they were like, when I was a baby, I had a little heart murmur, and then it ended up being nothing, and I'm fine now. I was like, oh, that doesn't count. That's like if I walked up to someone with dyslexia and I was like, when I was a baby, I couldn't read. But then I learned, and I mean, now I'm pretty good at it, but we're the same. We're the same. All right, I'm Matthew Coe, guys. Thanks so much.